why don't we kick things off with a little introduction from your side? What do you do? What does your company do? How long have you been doing it? Yeah.
Yes, so I'm the CTO at Rocket Code. I'm initially a software machine learning engineer. I also have some experience with design. Um, I started as a front-end engineer, so let's say I'm sensitive to it. And I'm based in Mexico. The company, what it does is, and that's what we're going to talk about, how Locofy is that important for us. But today we're mostly an operative company, meaning that we work for clients that have needs. We develop for them anything, front end, web apps, mobile apps, even infrastructure, and some AI projects also. And we have an objective of transitioning more and more into AI and into AI services, especially.
Cool. Sounds good. Yeah. It's good to know you're a front end engineer, so you know exactly the problem we're trying to solve at Locofy.
Yes,
Front end
exactly.
development is always a pain in the ass, and we're just trying to make
Exactly.
the process a lot easier, a lot more efficient. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm glad to know you have some of that background and you understand the pain that we're trying to solve. I I also took a look at your website, and like you mentioned, Rocket Code's all about AI right now, and that's very evident on your website as well. The first thing you see is AI everywhere on the website's AI. So I guess what I wanted to find out was how do you guys fit AI into your current workflow?
Okay. So yeah, the website is thought for um, making our focus almost 100% into AI. So even if it doesn't represent the complete panel of clients we have today, it represents where we want to go. And today we are trying to implement AI more and more, and especially we have a lot of projects that, especially for developers, will help them use AI to generate code, but code that is thought to be good quality code.
Mhm.
And let's say that Locofy was the first tool that we implemented. Um, I arrived as a CTO 5 months ago, but the use of Locofy in Rocket was already, I think, in usage for 1 year and a half. It's just that when I arrived, we took the enterprise solution
Mhm.
because we really wanted to make it as a default. So before Locofy was used in one or two projects. And today it's we made the decision to actually tell all the team, 100 developers, 200 members in the company in total, that all the project that comes with a design has to implement Locofy. So anyway, Locofy is just one example, but our will is really to implement more and more AI tools, starting with developers and then with all the rest also.
That's amazing. Yeah, you sound like you're all in for AI. So I guess has the rest of your team been very receptive to adopting AI themselves, and have they seen any benefit to it?
They've seen benefits, of course. Just to be completely honest, some of them faced a little bit of resistance, let's say, and especially, which is kind of ironic, front-end engineers. So we actually had a discussion not so long ago, a few days ago, uh, that for me it was just a problem of ego, maybe, that you have front-end engineers which are good. That's the irony, is that the ones that don't want to use is the one or that are good in front-end, and it's just that sometimes they feel that they can generate better code, and I told them that that's not the point. The point is just to go faster and to help you. So since then, apparently it's going better, and the last people who were reticent to use it are already using it now. And so we really see an increase in the usage of Locofy in all the projects. So
Mhm.
that makes us well happy.
Amazing. Yeah, I think every time there's new technology or new tools, especially like engineers, especially are the ones who are most resistant to try new
Yeah.
things. But yeah, it's good to know that they're a bit more receptive to it now. So you mentioned just now that you started using Locofy quite a while ago. Started off with a few projects, but now it is used throughout all the projects that require design. Could you maybe
Mhm.
provide a couple examples of maybe some recent projects or some notable projects that you've worked on? It could be like a website, a mobile app.
Yeah, no, I can't give you client names,
Yeah.
but it was using okay, our main stack where we use Locofy, um, or to be more precise, the main stack where we saw the use of Locofy was for well, of course, React Next with Tailwind, so maybe mainly web apps. Um, Also Angular a lot. That also was dashboards, web apps. Mobile apps, not that much, I think, but also because we have less mobile app projects. But okay, mainly for now, let's say it's mainly dashboards and web apps.
Mhm.
But I think that there are already one or two projects where we did it in mobile also. But as I told you, now the goal is to make it a standard. So all the projects that come with a new design will use Locofy.
Got it. Uh, on a typical project, like how many screens are you converting with Locofy?
For now, we saw the statistics. It was like 80 screens, I think, from the moment we started enterprise, which was 3, 4 months ago. We don't have the statistics for before because, as I told you, it was really punctual.
Yeah,
But we really see an increase, and so I think that this quantity is going to be higher and higher. Um, Uh, Also, one thing we did formations with you actually. So all the PDs were trained to make the designs already optimized to be able to generate Locofy. This has really worked well. Like all our designers now are really making designs that we straight away can use with Locofy. So that's really good.
yeah,
And as I told you, the last resistance was mainly on the tech side, which was the less complicated part, let's say. But we have one tech lead that had a lot of experience with Locofy before, and she kind of became the ambassador of the tool.
hmm,
So now, when tech leads doesn't know exactly how to use the tool, or don't feel confident, or just didn't saw the tutorials that we gave them, which also happens, they can still pass with this tech lead, and she will help them. Either give them instruction on how to do it, either do it herself if she sees that they really don't know the tool. But it's really something that we're actually pushing right now, like making them learn the tool more and more. And so, yeah, the adoption is getting there.
nice. Yeah, I think you brought up two really good points that makes a really big difference on whether Locofy helps you or doesn't help you. And I think the first thing you mentioned was optimizing your designs. All right, I think that's the
Mhm.
first step. The output is only as good as your input. So if you provide Locofy great, optimized, well-structured designs, you also get great quality code from it. And the second thing you
Exactly.
mentioned was the champion that you have in your team. Having a champion who really understands the value proposition of Locofy and how it can help the team move a lot faster. I think that has been proven uh, in other clients, other companies as well, to be a really strong point in uh, yeah, pushing Locofy forward and making it just work well. Yeah.
Yeah. For us, it worked really well, actually. So, yeah.
Good to know. So I guess before you guys were using Locofy, what kind of challenges were you facing?
Okay. Well, first, um, as you said, on the PD side, I think that the advantage of having teach them how to optimize the design is that we actually realize that you were teaching them how to just do good Figma practices, you know.
Yeah.
So it wasn't just learning Locofy; it was just to learn to do good design. Let's say.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they weren't good doing good design. I mean, visually they were good, but they learned how to maybe learn the last things they didn't know, how to make already responsive designs that even when you scroll the design, you can see, well, you change the size, sorry, of the window of a design, you can see actually all the elements moving accordingly,
Hmm.
uh, to use the auto layout correctly, to use components, to use attributes correctly. I think all this was something that they kind of ignored because since the important result is the visual result, they said, it doesn't matter if I don't do components, you know, and
Yeah.
variables, I don't care. So this I think before wasn't really a challenge, but I'm really happy that they learned because, for example, even to make prototypes, visual prototypes with Figma or things like this, it will help us. Also, the big challenge we had before is that a lot of us software engineers are full stack engineers, but in reality, as you can guess, they're not really good in front end.
Yeah.
A lot of full stack engineers are back end engineers that kind of little bit learn front end, and yeah, they know how to do a bit of interactivity, a bit of CSS. But once you ask them to do something a bit more complicated, they take a lot of time. You know? So whenever and that happen more and more, you arrive with projects that need really good front end skills. We have limited amount of really good front end engineers or full stack that are going front end, and that's where I think that Locofy is helping us a lot today. And that's why it was ironic for me to find out that the ones that were reticent to use the tool were actually those good front ends. Maybe because I don't know, but yeah, anything. Yeah, it's really a challenge we had before, and I think it's getting.
Cool. Good to know. So I guess for those people, for those good front end engineers that you mentioned, like what was their experience when they first heard about Locofy and tried it for the first time?
Honestly, I think um, they didn't. Maybe this is a supposition, so I can't really know because we just got the no. I don't want to use it, you know. But I think what happened is they saw the tool, they know they're good in front end, they know they go fast, and they feel they're gonna lose more time using a tool like this than to code it themselves. But the thing is that I think it's also on our side to show them how fast they can go.
Mhm.
Um, because maybe the mistake we did is that we show them Locofy, but really explaining a lot and showing like here you can do this and here you can do that. Maybe it would have been better for those people. We just show them like a real time example. We get a design, we design, we get a design, we generate the code. There it is. You know, if you want to refactor in components, you just do like this. If you want to make multiple components that repeat themselves, you just do this. Maybe we should have made a session like this. So I think that's what we're gonna do with those people in the future.
That's great. That's good to know. So I guess it sounds like you've been using Locofy for quite a while. Every one of your engineers has been using Locofy as well. What do you think is the single biggest benefit you've experienced from using Locofy so far?
Time, time, because we want to. Okay, there is also another project, which we could say is unrelated, but actually it's related. We want to transition to a company in the operative side, at least,
Hmm.
that brings higher quality of code. Why? Because Rocket is getting bigger. The clients are getting bigger,
Hmm.
and I think we're transitioning from a system where clients want low prices and fast times
Yeah.
to clients that have much more time that want quality and security.
Okay.
So I would like them to spend more time learning good practices, like for these big projects, for example, because for small projects, maybe it doesn't make that much sense, but the big project that last very long time and that need really strong built applications, that they learn how to do domain-driven design, how to do clean architecture, how to do test-driven development, to concentrate on the logic itself and to not lose time making the, we say in Spanish, maquetación. The front end,
Yeah.
building components, building the design. I think it's much better if they just generate it with Locofy, they use it, and they start concentrating in the logic itself and the quality of code. So I think that's where it helps us. It allows us to win a lot of time, especially since I told you like that we don't have a lot of really good front end engineers or really good full stack engineers that know. So I'd say that their Locofy helps us.
Yeah, I think a lot of people do say, yeah, time. Time is the biggest thing that they save, time and money. So if you
Mhm.
could, put a number to it, could you say like how much time do you think Locofy saves you?
I don't know. If we only concentrate on the fact of we have a design, we have to make it in code, it will help. It depends on the difficulty of the design,
Mm-hmm.
because that's some things where maybe Logify I think could improve is for example for tables.
Yes.
Tables is still something that, and we have a lot of design with tables.
Yeah.
So that's why I would say if it's a design with a lot of tables, 60 to 70% time win. But if we have, for example, landing page or a really simple web app where we don't have tables, because really it's tables that the element that takes us too much time. For this kind of design, we win 95% of the time. Like we already had, for example, landing pages of clients that wanted to deploy it in the day,
Yeah.
and really, like with no exaggeration, in 30 minutes, we had
Mm.
all the design generated and deployed. So it was really impressive. But but yeah, we're still waiting for tables to be a bit more automated, let's say.
Yeah, yeah. I hear you. A lot of people have mentioned the same thing as well. So that's definitely on our roadmap. So expect that to come pretty soon. Yeah, yeah, because
Perfect.
you mentioned a lot of the stuff you do are dashboards, right? So definitely a lot of
Yeah,
tables in that. Yeah,
exactly.
cool. Good to
So
know.
for now, we have it still makes us win time because we still generate all the rest,
Yeah.
and we have pre-made components that use tables, but you still have to adapt, and
Yeah.
you don't have this clean first time generation that we can have, for example, for landing page or simple apps that we have. Um, so yeah, it could be great to have kind of a solution where Locofy can recognize when there is a table and generates the code of the table itself. That could really be great.
Yeah. Yeah. I hope that comes pretty soon. All right. So, what do you think about Locofy's code quality as a front end engineer yourself?
For me, it's good. It's really good, and also what I like it's the fact that in any case you can tweak it. So you have the possibility to refactor it just using Locofy to tell what you want to extract as a component and what not. You know? So we mainly use it with Tailwind. Me myself, I use it essentially with Tailwind. So the code it generated was really good, and it's different from generating it with, for example, ChatGPT or even better coding tools that exist today that really generates you and you can see like what it has generated in code. Because I do feel that Locofy has kind of this mixture between um, generating yes good code, but also giving you the flexibility to tell him, no, this I wanted like this I wanted like that, and kind of modify the final code before exporting it. So that's really something that I appreciate a lot.
Cool. Good to know. Okay. I think we're at the last question. You mentioned, yeah, everyone in the company is using Locofy. It's a tool that they have to use. What if Locofy stopped working today? How do you think that would impact you, your team, your company?
I would be sad. uh, it will definitely impact our times
Yeah.
because I think that now we are even in the time predictions that an app is going to take. We're even taking into account the time that we're saving with Locofy now.
Mm.
So it would even impact our productivity, our estimations. Yeah, and it would impact the the um, the effort we made to make them adopt the tool. So no, yeah, definitely we if we can keep it, we would be really happy.
Cool. Yeah, I'm very happy to hear that you and your team have fully embraced Locofy and it's really helping you. But yeah, I think that's all the questions I had. We can end the interview here, but do you have any questions for me that you wanted to know about the company? What's next? Anything I can help you with?
Maybe just what's next to know what you're working on right now.
Yeah. So the next big thing for us on the roadmap is actually mobile apps. So we have been focused a
Okay.
lot on Figma to web. We have most of the frameworks there, but we haven't had much support for mobile apps just yet. For mobile apps, we only support React Native right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but
So you would support Flutter, I guess.
yes, exactly. So a ton of people have been asking for Flutter in the past like 3 4 months. So that's actually a
Mhm.
priority on our roadmap right now. We're hoping to launch that Q1, Q2 this year, but it's a big one for us. Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, that would be great because honestly, I think Flutter is much better than React Native. But there is a lot of debate around, but
yeah,
honestly, if you can have Flutter, it will help us also because we want to actually transition more and more to Flutter for everything that's mobile apps.
good.
So yeah.
Yeah, yeah, we're on the right track then. Cool. Okay. Hey, thanks so much, Reese. I'm sure you have a busy rest of your day. So thank you once again for taking the time to do this. I really, really appreciate it. Yeah, have a great rest of your day.
Thank you. You too. Have a great day.